Good evening, guys. My name is Ebony Copeland, and I am currently an ABA therapist as I serve for the population of autistic children and adults. So a big part of my everyday work is actually performing assessments and creating treatment plans based on the assessments that I perform, either with the participants or in everyday life while the participants are at school. I may come into the school and evaluate them in that way. So today I'm going to discuss a few areas where I see that there can be improvement based on a lot of the research we've done throughout the course and based on some research that I've done for this particular module on assessments and evaluating and planning and things of that nature. I will also discuss ways that I believe that they can be improved and the best assessments that I think that should be performed that can actually get the data that we actually need. So it's important to make sure that we're not asking questions that are vague, that can be misunderstood. They should be very direct. They should be clear. So we should make sure that we're not asking trick questions, because trick questions can have the learner or the reader a little bit confused. You want to ensure that we basically incorporate a variety of questions such as multiple choice, short answer questions, and I find that sometimes based on what I've researched, a lot of times this is not done. A lot of the authors has explained that sometimes questions are vague or they're a little bit unclear and hard for the interpreter to really, grasp the idea. I can personally say that during my I guess it's been like 6 or 7 years now that I have actually been, conducting assessments. I personally feel like, formative assessments have, they kind of have low stakes and usually carry no grade, which in some instances may discourage the students during this task, and they don't really engage with it. On the other hand, a summative assessment basically evaluates the student, what they've learned throughout the course, and basically see exactly, you can grasp a good idea of what they actually learned. So you kind of can give them a pre-assessment as far as like asking them an open-ended question. I do this a lot of times before I start a lesson. So I ask an open-ended question just basically to get their basic knowledge of what they know about a subject. And then after that, throughout the course, I basically build a rapport with my students, and basically throughout the session, I'm giving them pop quizzes, and they're not even aware that I'm doing it. And I do that using certain platforms, first Quizlet or other engaging games, or even something so simple as, hey, touch your nose if you believe this, or touch your head if you believe this. So throughout the course, they're actually engaging, and I'm molding the behavior that I will ultimately want. As we also know that any behavior that is desired can be molded into the desired behavior that we're looking for. The behavior component measures how students and trains apply the knowledge and what they have actually learned. So it is essential to question the learners and see what they have learned, but we don't want to overbear them with making it feel like it's so test-based. I feel like when you do things that way, you get a better result because you're actually learning and it's fun. So anything that you learn and that you don't really, if you can, relate to it, it's always more interesting. So for example, if I'm teaching someone how to bake a cake, if I use certain things, if they're into math, if I make it fun and engaging in that aspect, or more so, let me say, for me being a woman, if you're trying to teach me how to fix a car, I'm not really interested in that. But if you can relate it to something that I have a passion for, as far as teaching children or molding behaviors, I can be more likely to understand it and recall it and store it in my brain properly. So that is a very good, that's a very important part to remember when you're performing assessments. And that's why I believe that summative assessments are actually a better way of getting a better understanding of what the learner actually know, because you're actually going through the whole process of questioning them throughout the entire process, whereas though you're just giving them a questionnaire with 50 questions at the end of something. That's no fun. Who will want to do that, So overall, to sum it up, you want to make sure that when you're performing any type of evaluation or assessment, you're really taking these things into consideration. As I mentioned, I do treatment plans and I conduct different types of assessments every day, and I make sure that I'm engaged and my learners are empathizing with what I'm actually trying to convey to them. And that is very important when performing any type of evaluation or assessment plan. So thank you very much for listening. Once again, my name is Ebony Copeland. We almost made it. We're almost at the end of the market cycle. Professor, thanks for everything. I've learned so much. And to my peers that I've socialized with, it's been amazing. Everybody have a great night. Goodbye. By the way, I'm sorry it took me so long. It's been a while trying to get my, it was a problem, a glitch going on with my computer, but it's done. Thanks, guys.